Hello, SMS number one. Not been making videos very long, and I appreciate that this is going to be substantially out of date, but I think everyone who's anyone who reviews plastic crack, as I heard it termed so gracefully the other day, we all seem to have done one, so I thought it was my turn. So, down to it. Notes. How long have you been a Transformers fan? I've been a Transformers fan from day one. Bearing in mind I'm 35 years old and, you know, all the original cartoons came out in the early 80s, then I remember watching it on Whack-A-Day on Saturday mornings with Timmy Mallet and his daft Pinky Punky. I remember going on holiday and just being battered by Mum and Dad because I was just absolutely mortified about missing Transformers. I remember I had a stack. Oh, I can't get it in shot. Stack. I caught a fish this big of videos with just Transformers on. And it used to drive them mad because every time they'd come home or every time they'd come down in the morning, I'd be downstairs watching Transformers on video. Loved it. Just loved it. And drifted away from it and then came back. But there you go. Question two. What is your earliest memory of Transformers? All the way from the good old days, to be honest with you. Just the getting up on a Saturday morning, waiting for it to come on, only to find out that the absolute highlight of your week, the absolute reason that you busted through the days of school with death and boredom and horribleness, and just to find out that the absolute highlight is just a 20-minute cartoon, which at the time was just the most exciting thing in the world, and now it's just seems a bit of a daft thing, but I bloody loved it. First toy was a Bumblebee, blah 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 blah. I think the first real memory for me was my grandparents came round and boring the living daylights out of them as I lined all of my robots up in the middle of the carpet to tell them all about what they were and transforming them at the time, not understanding why they weren't interested, and now they look at me like I'm mental because I still do it. 3. Who is your fave Transformer of all time? Cliche time! It's Optimus Prime. He is the epitome. He's the epitome of Transformers. I think if you were into it when you were a kiddie, there's so much more choice now because you've got all the other offshoots. You've got Beast Wars, you've got Cybertron, you've got, you know, the movie, all the Revenge of the Fallen stuff. You have absolutely tons of Transformers to choose from, and you can pick your little allegiance and say, oh, that's my pigeonhole of my little piece of fandom. But I think if you were proper old school and from back in the day, there was only one real guy. I think if you like the bad guys, then you'd be Megatron, and if you like the good guys, then you'd be Optimus Prime. But realistically, I'm a sucker for being a good guy. I'm a bit of a loser like that. I'm a do-gooder, and realistically, back in the day, if you bought a T-shirt, it had Optimus Prime on it. If you bought a Transformers T-shirt, it was an Autobot symbol. He is the iconic red and blue. I don't think you can get much past that. What is your most prized Transformers possession? I don't really have one because I had bloody loads when I was a kid, and then got older and Mum threw them away, and I never really thought twice about it, which I'm mildly devastated about these days because my old G1 Grimlock would have been absolute worth a fortune. But you know, c'est la vie, innit? I got back into it by buying a couple of bits and bobs, and just the odd bit where people looked at me funny and said, what have you bought a Transformer for? And now I got, my house is full of them. My housemate bloody hates it. She takes the piss all the time, and every time after she takes the piss, she's desperate to try and work out how to transform the bugger. 5! Where in the world do you come from / live? Southampton, born and bred. I've lived in Southampton forever. It's not the best place in the world to live if you're a toy buff. I can't even go and buy Leader Jetfire because we haven't got it. There's not a single place in Southampton that's got Leader Jetfire, and I'm somewhat chomping at the bit because if I don't make a Jet Prime soon, I'm gonna die. I might not die, but it will be pretty bad. A leg will fall off, or I'll lose an eye, or something like that. 6. Outside of Transformers, what do you do with your life? Well, if you look at my channel, a lot of the stuff that I do with my life's on there anyway. I have played roller hockey since I was 12. I coach the kids team. I played for Great Britain. We've just put the senior team back together with a whole new bunch of people, and I'm sort of trying to get that off the ground. I gave up for about 3 years, and if I've got one word of advice, if there's something in your life, that you love, don't give it up. Because I had to give it up because I used to work at a place and the place closed, and I had to go and get another job, and because I'm a salesman, I had to work on weekends and couldn't go and play hockey anymore. And if there's something that you love, don't stop it, because you'll miss it, and then when you come back you'll be too old and fat to be any good. The other thing I do is DJ. A DJ, I make music. I've done pretty well at that. If you type in SMS and Donna Grassi into our beloved YouTube, you'll see some of the records that I've made and some of the stuff that Donna has sung, and you know, have a look, see what you think. You Americans might not like it. You don't really get our music over here. 7. What is the origin of your YouTube name? The origin of my YouTube name is the people that I used to make music with, which are Steve and Sean, and I am Dave M, which is my DJ thing, is SMS. And what, 5 or 6 years ago when I started up my YouTube account, I couldn't think of what to put, so I put in any old account name because all I wanted to do was put comments on people's videos, and it kind of stuck. And I wish I had something better or more interesting. I don't really want a Transformers orientated name. I don't want to be M Prime or anything like that, but SMS number 1 thing's a bit big-headed because there's 3 of us, and fuck them. 8. Whose videos do you enjoy watching? Night/2020's stop motions. I don't get your stop motions, Night/. I'm really sorry, but I think they're very clever. There you go. Piao, Vangelis. Vangelis is really good because he loves Transformers, but his passion comes out, if that makes sense. You can tell whether he's got a Transformer or one of his other Japanese things that I know nothing about. That when he just sits and talks about them, and without getting too excited and making squeaky voices like I do, you can just hear. You can hear his love for them come out, and it's fantastic. But the reason I bought a camera in the first place, the entire reason I make videos is Van Horso, the horse with hands, Horso. If you haven't watched a Van Horso video, go. If you like absurdist comedy, okay, let's start from scratch. If you like Transformers but don't really care how they work, go and watch Van Horso, because frankly his videos have got absolutely nothing to do with how good Transformers are, and an awful lot to do with shouting and screaming, spitting, whooping, and just being an idiot, and it's just the best thing since sliced bread. Make your own mind up. He gets some quite harsh comments on his account, and I think that's pretty unfair, but there you go. Which Transformer is your holy grail? I'd like a G1 Starscream. I'd like a G1 Starscream. It's again cliched, but I never had a Seeker when I was a kiddie, and if I could get one, that'd be awesome. But I'm broke, I've not got any bloody money, and there's all new toys coming out, and I need a Jetfire. 10. If you could transform into anything, what would it be? Porn star sex toy. I don't know. Car. I'm not a Transformer. I like Transformers, but I don't need to be one. I'm quite happy being a DJ and a hockey player. That's it, really. Think of anything else to say? No. I like girls. I like beer. I like hurting people at hockey, which is quite good fun. Which is really unlike me, actually, because I'm quite a placid person, but every Saturday afternoon I let it go and bust some heads! This has been SMS number 1, doing my What Makes a Transformers fan. Oh, please watch the channel, because I could really do with some bloody subscribers and all of that kind of jazz.